What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Here's for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Meehan. Shaun, how is it going?
I think you know very well how it's going for me, Connor. So,
if anyone doesn't know, Shaun decided that I got on the phone today and we just do this call, and sometimes I say hello, he says hello, and then we tell each other about our day before doing the show. Because weirdly, we talk off mic as well. It's weird. We're losing money
weird.
When you think
it's like we're friends or something.
It's like we're friends. But when I came on the call, I was to tell Shaun, oh, there was a bit of mould, and I'm after spraying some mould blaster and I got rid of it. But I was like, haha, funny joke, I might have inhaled some of the fumes. What if I'm a bit weird and get a headache? And he came back with this, Shaun.
So I was using an airbrush before the show, painting some models and such, and I accidentally think I huffed a whole bunch of solvents by mistake.
Accidentally is in quotation marks.
Well, so what happens, it comes in like a can and you have to screw it onto the can, and I screwed it on and it just started fucking gushing air everywhere.
And why did you put it up your nostril?
Oh, I thought it was the logic. That's where air goes, Connor. I thought it was the best place.
Air
to
goes
put
in, brain works better.
Brain works at top-notch speed. So if I say anything that is very out of character for me today, I think you all know why.
So if he says something funny and it's out of character, we're all going to be aware of what went on. But Shaun,
blame the fumes.
This might be our one funny week. Fingers crossed. So Shaun, this is weird news. What do we do here?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world, and you're about to read them all out to me, a man who avoids weird news for
and clean air.
And clean air. I was thinking about this. I avoid weird news for 6/7 of my life. Because today is the only day that I hear about it in the week.
That is true, actually. That is pretty true, because any other time you are banned from finding out any weird news stories, which is tough when you're on Twitter. But Shaun, what I will say is this week, there's a lot of Florida Man.
Right, okay. Has Florida Man been up to his usual antics?
I think this is the most Florida Man heavy show we've had in maybe over a year and a half.
God, what would have happened a year ago, Connor, to cause a downturn in weird news?
Florida Man was the first to go, if we're honest.
The first casualty.
But he's like, nothing will stop me. Oh no, I was stopped. But Shaun, we're starting with Florida Man because he cannot be stopped, and he will figure out a way to do mad shit for the sake of it. Because we're starting off with drunk Florida man takes karate stance at police and then flirts with door.
You could have said any word after flirts with and it would have been brilliant.
So we're starting off with this Florida man who has decided that not only did he want to make romantic relations happen between himself and the door, but when the police decided to get involved, he was going to go into karate stance. He's ready to take lives in case they get in front of his love.
Yeah, now in terms of karate, I'm imagining crane kick is the stance he took up.
Oh yeah, well, what other stance is there?
It's the only stance in karate.
It's the only stance I know. I'm a black belt. Not a lot of people know that, Shaun.
Day 1, this is the crane kick. Day 2, here's your black belt.
Day 2, picture of me shaking the guy's hand with the leaflet, smiling at the camera.
Day 3, you trying to have sexual relations with a door.
It's the natural progression of life. So, Naples police arrested a drunk man who was causing a public disturbance last Thursday. According to the police department, an officer found John S. Forspaniak on 5th Avenue making sexual gestures towards a glass door of a building.
I don't know why a glass door is funnier to me. Somehow okay.
It's certainly creepier if you're into doors. It's like you're just creeping into the locker room, really.
What's the most attractive door, Connor?
Fuck, that is a question I've never considered.
Yeah, like, I know. No one has ever asked that before.
Can you trust a revolving door? She always has a few people on the go at once. You don't want to be second fiddle to someone else.
No, not at all. One of those half barn doors.
Oh, half barn door. But you never know what you're going to get. I feel like I don't fully know them. I only know half of them. They haven't fully revealed themselves.
Somehow I thought this was a wooden door for some reason. Maybe there was a letterbox involved, who knows. But
no.
This man was flirting with a glass door. Was there someone on the other side of the glass door?
There was more glass because it was a door, but on the outside, and there's probably just a building of some kind because you could see inside. But he was extremely intoxicated, Shaun, and sweating and slurring his words. He repeatedly tried to ask the door out on a date and kept making lewd remarks, says the report.
I'm going to need a description of those.
It doesn't say what the lewd remarks are, but what lewd remarks can you make towards a door?
What time do you open?
Good. Yes.
You come here often.
Do you come here often? Oh, you do? Oh, you're here the whole time? Oh, jeez, that's fair enough.
Oh, right, you're screwed to the wall. Oh, screwing, there's a joke we could have used.
I'd like to screw you. And the officer just comes
I've got a great one.
Go on.
Excellent knockers.
Yes. There's not a hope that this fucking pissed Florida man was sitting there going, excellent knockers, and then he just gives a sly look around like, wasn't that good, lads?
Wasn't that
I think I've nailed that one.
On a glass door and all.
On a glass door. Nothing to do with knockers in any way. Just, I feel like I know you. Like, I can see right through you. I just feel like we're so connected. While speaking with Forrest Paniak, I'm going to butcher that man's second name repeatedly, officers were contacted by an off-duty officer who had already had an encounter with the drunk man previously in the day.
At his front door.
This is not for you. Back away. You messing with my daughter? No, your door. That's even worse.
Imagine being the off-duty cop and this guy, you have to deal with him twice on your day off.
He's already having a bad day. And then he finally clocks into work. It's like, your first call out is this guy again. He's like, I thought I was done with you. I thought I was finished with you, but back you come.
So, did he successfully perform any karate moves or just take up a stance?
Well, the officer said that Forrest Paniak walked up to him and his family during the day. He was off duty, and this man just walked up to him and his family while taking a karate stance for no apparent reason.
My God, he's a tactical genius.
So he walks up to this off-duty police officer and immediately crane kick stance. Immediately.
That is the most threatening stance to take, unprovoked. To just walk up to someone and crane kick stance.
You don't even have to say, oh, I'm going to fight you. It's implied in the crane. The crane has told us shit's about to go down.
The crane is famously the most violent animal.
Most violent. So when the officer and his family tried to walk away, Forrest Paniak followed, being aggressive. He is said to have told the officer if he could answer his riddle, he wouldn't eviscerate him.
When is a door not a door?
When it's my wife. Ha ha! I've got you there, officer. No, I just love the idea that, this guy's out with his family. He's like, come along, kids. He's just a crazy guy on drugs. And he's just he's trying to keep the crane kick stance, but hopping after him. Just answer my riddles 3 or you will be eviscerated, sir. Do not walk away from me.
I would love if he had 3 riddles prepared for just such an occasion. But I would also like to know, because if the officer had said, okay, what's the riddle? That guy would have had to think up a riddle on the spot.
You know, it would have been a really common one, what gets wetter as it dries.
The sand. Oh, shit.
No. No. The opposite. It's the towel, Shaun. But it's just I bet he pull out a Christmas cracker or something. Oh, I've got a good one here. I bet there's a good one in here.
Tinselitis.
So he tries to walk away. The man is following him, saying, if you answer my riddle, I won't eviscerate you. Which in that implies that if he doesn't answer the riddle, that will be the end of this officer. He will not only be dead, but eviscerated off the earth itself.
That's it, and he'll die knowing that his family and children now knows that he's shit at riddles.
You don't want that on your resume before death. Nobody wants that. At the eulogy.
Most people go their whole lives assuming they're all right at riddles, but to be proved in your dying moments that you're dog shit at them.
And then your family, I'm assuming, disown him. I'm assuming.
They're not coming to the funeral anyway.
No, and I don't even want to look at him. He's fucking shit at riddles. The officer proceeded to leave the situation, while as far as Paniak was slicing his hands through thin air in an aggressive manner.
I can only assume going, wha, wha.
If you don't answer my riddles, you'll get eviscerated. Hua! Look at that. I will do that to you. Did you just see that hand?
Let me slow it down so you can see it.
You commoners don't understand karate. And I will slow it down for you, but at the same time, don't fuck with me. Now, what gets wetter as it dries, you dickhead?
I just want to say, we're laughing. Probably not great experience for the kids, unless it's the most hilarious thing they've ever seen.
I think there's a level of danger that sometimes gets associated with these situations. I don't know if there's danger involved in this situation. He doesn't have a knife. He has no weapon. His weapon is himself. He's a lethal weapon on his own. And I'm not doubting that. But I'm just thinking a random guy walking up to your dad. Like, if you look back at your childhood, or whoever, like, raised you or whatever. But if someone walks up to them and goes, if you don't answer my riddles, I will eviscerate you, and then goes into a crane kick, I don't know if that gives the child the impression of danger.
No, I think the child thinks, that's funny what's going on there.
It's a weirdo. Daddy's friend is weird.
So, he's been arrested at this point, shall we say?
No, at this point, that was earlier in the day. Then later in the day, he's caught flirting with the door, making lewd remarks. They found him because Forrest Paniak then hid in an alleyway and jumped out at random people, trying to scare them.
This man is amusing himself.
He's very, very much on either drugs or pissed out of his head.
Or he was using an airbrush and then there was some kind of incident with compressed air.
Stop looking at that door. Stop looking at that door, Shaun. I want to say that now.
It's a good door, Connor.
It's a good
door.
The longer this show goes. When the EMS arrived to evaluate Forrest Paniak, he was aggressive towards them as well. According to law enforcement, he was using obscene language and making unreasonable noise.
What constitutes unreasonable noise?
I think it's different from person to person, so I don't really know. What does constitute unreasonable noise?
Some say that we're unreasonable noise, and
so,
to that
some
I
would say that. Yeah,
I was hoping you would just take over there, and I wouldn't have to finish that sentence. Hang on, let me try again. To that I say, thanks, Grandad.
Gob, Grandad. So he was charged with disorderly intoxication and public disturbance with Shaun. Florida man, that's his first stance, or that's his first stance as well, but that's his first outing of the week. He's taken karate stance and then tried to make love or have sex with a door.
No, there's no love there. There's no love there.
Pure animal lust.
It's one man and one door just fucking going at it.
It'd be very hard to, like the door will go like off his hinges or open. Once it comes back, it's coming back with more force. You do not want that to hit you on the way out.
Or does he? Yeah, I don't know what the logistics of that relationship are.
Maybe the karate has made him. Maybe the karate. Oh, it's a glass door. You don't want them to break.
Oh no!
No!
Oh God, you don't!
Oh no! So that's Florida Man's his first trip of the week, Shaun. Now he will pop up a lot more throughout the show, but that is the start of it, Shaun. But we need to move on because this weekend, or last weekend I should say, was Valentine's Day. Now a lot of people they're not fans of it. A lot of people are fans of it. A lot of people are like, it's just a made up holiday. But here's the thing with Valentine's Day, is that there's some people that have exes and they use that day to ruin their ex-boyfriend or girlfriend's day because it's funnier that time.
Absolutely. On a day full of, meant to be about love and romance and capitalism, you just turn that into a tale of revenge. So, as Valentine's Day has just come and went, many people were planning to surprise their partners. Things didn't go down well in a post-breakup revenge incident in China recently, however. A woman in Shandong, China, decided to pour out her hatred as food delivery rider fulfills woman's request to splash milk tea on her ex. Oh, is milk tea hot?
I think it's a little hot, yeah.
That's probably assault, right?
I think so. I think it is. But this is a truly bizarre story of like a woman scorned, and I felt like it needed to be included because it was Valentine's Day at the weekend, and maybe a lot of us were all having a great time. Regardless of if you have someone, maybe you're just hanging out by yourself. Who cares? But this woman...
We established you spent it in a corner, didn't you? Isn't that what we said
I spent it crying in a corner. That's what I spend every year. But I just was thinking, this woman must be true... Like, she must hate her ex so much because the extent to which she organised this assault takes some beating, because she ordered milk tea and asked the delivery boy to deliver the tea to her ex by splashing it in his face. Surprisingly, Shaun, the delivery rider complied with the daring request.
That is commitment to the job, isn't it?
Like a food delivery job. Like, we've all been in a job that we're like, yeah, this is grand, we're doing it. But I think if you read that delivery, you'd say, surely she's gotten that wrong.
No, see, because that's such a specific... Like, that's not a typo. Like, that is a very specific... I want you to target this individual and throw this tea in their face.
Oh, she specifically says to target him now in the next paragraph, Shaun, because the food delivery rider wearing the yellow uniform and helmet, and you can see the video, he can be seen splashing the milk tea on the confused man.
Nowhere for this.
He walks up to this man, right, and he's just a delivery guy, and he has a cup of tea, and he like throws it on the guy's face, right? And the guy is obviously very confused as to what's happening. But while he's freaking out, the delivery boy also hands him the receipt of the order. So he's like getting splashed, and then he looks down and he's like, what am I receiving?
It's insult to injury.
Sorry, could you sign this? That'd be great.
And the tip as well. Wait. This will. I mean, I guess if in a tale of revenge you're not really being considerate, but she just ordered this tea and said, "Oh, cash on delivery."
Yeah. No, he was handing the receipt of the order he received from the woman. So maybe it was paid for. It's just the receipt. And so,
for tax purposes.
For tax, in case he wants to put it in case, like, you don't want to rip off the government, Shaun. So, as per a report, in the remarks section of the order, so they have a remarks section within the order, the woman had instructed specifically, no need to be nice to the scumbag, just splash the drink on his face.
So she was getting ahead of it there, because she thought, oh, maybe they'll fulfill the request, but they'll say, sorry, this is happening, I have to do this.
Yeah, and so she's filled out the report and been like, no need to be nice to the fucking dickhead. He's an absolute scumbag. Splash the drink on his face, no second thoughts. Don't even fucking think about it.
Don't consider
just splash him. If you want, I'll leave a tip if you kick him in the balls. Just a real swift one.
Yeah, 5 stars if you spit on him.
While he's on the ground, after being covered in tea and holding his dick.
And kick him Kick him.
Kick him. Just look, assault him. Just assault him a little bit. Just a sprinkling of assault.
Murder the man.
The delivery rider then left in a hurry after what seemed to be a brief apology to the man by handing him a tissue.
Oh, that's worse.
So he's just like, hey, this is my job, man. I mean, I have the receipt. I have to do this. I'm really sorry. He throws the tea in his face, hands him the receipt, and then starts being like, oh, sorry, man, that's really my fault. Sorry about that. And he like starts giving him tissues.
But like, this is my job, but also this isn't my job. I'm not some kind of tea-based hitman.
I mean, if I was, I'd call myself Teabag, but I'm not. I swear I'm not.
Well done.
He's like, as he's saying it, he's like, but that would be a cool pastime. You know what I mean? That would actually be pretty.
Become an
like, I'm
assassin
not doing
named
it.
Teabag.
I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm just saying the more I say it out loud, the cooler it sounded to be Teabag throwing tea on people. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I mean, I'm all about, like, you know, do your best at the job you have, but have a line somewhere. Or maybe this man does have a line and this just didn't happen to cross it.
Because he's Teabag. Because he's an absolute maniac of a man.
Oh, Teabag has no morals. Teabag has no conscience. Teabag will kill a man.
So, he also reportedly said to the man, as the guy is like so confused, he's soaked, he just said, sorry, I just acted based on the remarks of the customer, and then ran away.
Not an apology. That's just saying, sorry, someone told me to do it.
Sorry if you're offended that I covered you in tea, but whatevs.
Yeah, so I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings.
I'm sorry for party rocking, but I'm Teabag. I'm really sorry.
Sorry, just let Teabag be Teabag.
So, Shaun, heartbreaks can be like a bitter pill to swallow, but like, I feel like this is a step too far.
Yeah, I think just better, because look, it's been a phrase going around. Someone living in your head rent free.
Yes,
that's not a spur of the moment decision to order milk tea and have it, you know, splashed in a man's face. They thought about doing that.
What would be your drink of choice if you were to order it specifically and then write, no need to be nice to the scumbag, just splash the drink in their face? What drink would you choose? Because I don't think I'd choose tea.
No, I would iron brew maybe. That feels like it'd be very sticky.
Yeah, I was going to say like orange juice with bits.
The bits would get everywhere.
The bits would get everywhere, Shaun, and it would just be like, it wouldn't be sticky, but it wouldn't be dry.
That's true. And then if you do it in summer, you have the whole wasp thing added onto that.
Oh, what about lemon juice?
Oh, God help him if he like cut himself shaving or something.
Oh no!
Oh, the vinegar.
I think. Please send us in. What drink would you choose if you were to really weirdly try to assault someone?
Look at you trying to get engagement on the show, Connor.
I just think it's a fascinating concept. Like, she could have just done the old classic and been like, commented all of his Facebook or Twitter posts like, you're a dickhead. Nobody will ever love you.
Classic. God, that's getting very specific.
It's very, and like he'll say, shut up, and it'll be 12 minutes past Thursday, and you're 16, and you're crying a little bit, and other than that, you're fine. And then you have gym the next day, and you're not too happy about it, Shaun. Sorry.
It's okay. It's alright, Connor. Yeah, do you need a minute?
She had it coming. I covered her in iron brew.
Iron brew. That would actually be a good one to put up on the Facebook, actually. What drink would you splash all over someone for revenge?
What drink would you splash on your ex, is the question, really.
I feel like there'll be some choice answers to that.
So, yeah, just when if you think love is in the air from this weekend, what woman decided that was the time to strike? The perfect time to very, very specifically, but also very weirdly assault her ex-boyfriend.
Did he hate milk tea or something?
Maybe he was a coffee man.
Oh, maybe coffee. I think coffee is worse than tea in that scenario. Coffee smells stronger.
Yeah, and it'll get into your eyes. You don't want caffeine in your eyes. That'll go straight to your bloodstream.
That's it. And then you're awake for years.
And then he's not sleeping until next Valentine's Day until he comes up with a better plan.
It just trades back and forth. And then it's a you got mail scenario where they hate each other, but through the actions of like the medium of delivery driver, they learn to love each other again.
Or else one of them falls in love with the delivery driver. And it's always the same poor lad who's like, I'm sorry, but she told me specifically she wants to cover you in lemon juice and kick you in the ass. Sorry.
Just like, and it's this weird throuple scenario.
So Shaun, we're moving on to a story of loss. I think it's a romantic story in a way, but not like romantic as in romance. I think it's romantic as in like it's a lovable story of one man. He's lost a loved one, Shaun, his uncle, and he decided to use his uncle's body to turn it into something else that he likes. What? You know how it is.
Is this a Weekend at Bernie's scenario, Connor?
It's pretty metal, says man who turned his uncle's skeleton into a guitar.
What the fuck? Are there pictures to this, and do I want to see them?
There are pictures, and you should definitely watch them. This Florida man is a musician, Shaun.
Oh my god, he's got talent. Skeleton guitar, will that give it to me?
Skeleton guitar? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Florida musician says this was the best way to honour the man who introduced him to heavy metal. So, a Florida musician says turning his late uncle's skeleton into a sick guitar was the best way to honour the man. The Tampa, Florida musician who goes by the moniker Prince Midnight.
Oh my god, that's like a RuneScape name. I love it.
Prince Midnight says he crafted the instruments out of the medically prepared remains of his Uncle Philip.
Can you just get this done?
I don't know if they're going to give you the bones of your loved one.
No, you're not allowed, like, just hang on to shit like that, are you?
Are you allowed to keep the skeleton?
I don't know. I don't think you should be.
Because there's a whole bit before the skeleton where they're just rotting in your garage.
Unless you pay to get the bones cut out of the body.
Oh, what? Come on.
I'm just saying, Connor, in the logistics of this, time is of the essence.
You'd have to wait a little bit. Or you'd have to make sure that, like, you're not burying them. Or else you do bury them and then you go back 4 months later and dig back up the bones.
How long does it take a body to decay to just a skeleton? That's not something I'm Googling. I was very, when the police asked me that, I similarly didn't know. But look, I wanted to find out. But if I were to hazard a guess, I would say 247 days. I would say about 46 days and about 16 hours. 17 hours and it's too far gone. Bones are gone. But 16 hours is just in the peak. The bones just have that slight hint of flesh to them. You want to keep it. If you're going to move them, you need at least an hour of flesh left. That's true, what I mean? For authenticity. So it's pretty metal to play a guitar made of a skeleton, I have to say, he told the news. Well, it's more calcium, but... Prince unveiled the they call him Prince Midnight. Prince unveiled the final product called the Skellycaster on his Instagram. Very good. Oh, this is why he's the prince. This is why he's our prince. Oh, and hope one day to be king. The Skellycaster is the result of lots of bureaucratic wrangling, family skirmishes, and experimental craftsmanship, says Midnight. So, the law was involved. Yeah. And did he agree this with his uncle beforehand? His uncle Philip died in a car accident in Greece in the mid-90s, Shaun, at the age of 28.
Per his wishes, his remains were donated to science, and his skeleton was used in medical school classes there for decades.
Oh my god.
But then, one day, Midnight said that he wanted Philip's bones.
Say, no, I've waited long enough.
I want him. But he like walks into the shop, and he's like, or the college, and he's like, I want him. What? They've been here since like 1997. I want them. I just want them. I want them because you have them, basically.
This is absolutely like... This is something from like a Dungeons and Dragons plotline, where it's like this haunted fucking instrument, and it plays, you know, the secret to some magical tomb, and
it only plays the theme song to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It just plays the guitar solo.
It's all he learned. It's the most metal song there is.
To be fair, it's a pretty metal song. Or the intro to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They're the only two songs it knows.
That's all you need, though. That will get you through like a lifetime of gigging.
So no one's ever made a guitar out of a skeleton. Imagine it only played Wonderwall. Oh, for fuck's sake.
This again.
Geez. This isn't cool. This is the worst house party we've been at ever. Like, the Skelecaster just keeps playing Wonderwall.
I don't think the Skelecaster would travel very well.
You wouldn't want to drop it.
No, you wouldn't want to smash it off an amp, would you?
Yeah, he'd like smash, like, it's fine, I'll just get another one. Wait, no! I don't got another one!
Oh, what other
He's like eyeing up his other uncle. Are you feeling sick?
How are those ribs working out, Dave?
How are those ribs? Says Dave, I'd really like it now. You're getting on a bit now, Dave, are you? 60, 70? Any day now, Dave, I can wait. I can fucking wait, Dave.
Dave, or as he's known in the family, Duke Midnight.
The Duke Midnight. No, he's Duke Midday, of course. So, no one's ever made a guitar out of a skeleton. To my surprise, says Midnight. So there is a little bit of a learning curve, says Prince Midnight.
I would say so. Like, looking at the pictures, it seems to be just like the neck of a guitar. I would go as far as to say bolted on to a human skeleton with just a few loose wires kicking around.
Just get the guitar, a bit of blue tack, some elastic bands, wrap it all up, and you're away with it.
It's just... I don't think... Surely the human skeleton is more suited to being, I don't know, a harp or something.
How so?
I mean, you have all the ribs there. You can put string in between those.
I mean, yeah, but what if you made, like... You could make anything, I suppose, out of
xylophone?
bones. A xylophone is really the only option, isn't it?
It's really the best one, yeah.
But that's not really metal.
Death metal xylophone.
Have you ever seen a death metal xylophone? You haven't. Nobody ever has.
No, but I never saw a skeleton guitar before this, Connor.
To be fair, I've never seen a xylophone. I learned all about that in my ABCs. I've never once seen one.
Have you not?
No.
I'll get you a xylophone, don't you worry.
I think there's three things when you're younger that you don't see a lot of when you get older. But when I was 6, I thought I'd be seeing non-stop xylophones, a lot of acid rain, and some quicksand. I thought the three of those together were going to kill me.
What role do xylophones play in the death, can I just ask?
Someone was going to play me out, Johnny. That's how... What does a xylophone sound? Ding!
Yeah, it sounds exactly like that, Connor.
Sorry, I just accidentally played a xylophone on YouTube there for a second. I had to turn it off. You probably noticed. So cremation was not an option for the family, he said. So his mother was stuck with two options. Pay for a burial plot, or continue to pay a monthly fee to store the remains. She didn't want to pay for that anymore. And then I was like, I'll take care of it, said the prince.
Oh no.
So I went through all the red tape, which is a tremendous amount of trouble, he said. And you've got to contact the funeral home, the State Department. They don't make it easy to turn your uncle into a guitar.
He knows how ridiculous this is, doesn't he? Like, he knows this is like a bad request to do.
So eventually the musician was able to get Philip's remains shipped to him in Tampa. At first he says he wasn't sure what to do with them. And then, inspired by his guitar maker friend, the idea struck. It just popped into my head. I'm going to turn Uncle Phil into a guitar.
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil. Uncle Cord, as I like to call him. And I was like, that is the best way to honour him. He would love that idea. So he says that his uncle was a big fan of metal music.
That's fine. He's allowed to be a big fan of metal music. I don't think he ever had this in mind. I'm a big fan of folk punk, but I'm not turning my skull into a fucking banjo.
You look great in Mumford & Sons at the back.
Just me and the lads, you know, out on tour.
Just the lads and a bone and a skeleton. I'm like, Shaun, he's dying the way he lived.
He's happy. Wherever he is, he's happy.
He's scatting. I love when he scats.
Oh Jesus, this is a morbid conversation a bit.
Shaun, what do you think of this Florida man? He decided that making the guitar was the best option. And she was walking away. Sorry, he says the first time he told his mother, and she was like, that's a terrible idea. And as she was walking away, I was like, you think Uncle Phil would rather be a guitar or a box of bones? She threw her arms up and she just goes, probably the guitar.
Fucking Phil was weird.
She's just like, you have me there, but at the same time, it's still fucking weird. I'll tell you that.
I'm not happy about this. I want that to go on record.
So he's made the guitar out. Also, he starts talking about drilling into the vertebrae at one point. I'm just like, that's your Uncle Phil.
What texture does bone have when you drill into it? Answer me that, Connor.
I've never thought of it. Solid, but he's been around. He's been lying on a table for 20-something years.
Yeah,
so maybe not.
I would imagine it's somewhere in between, like plaster
taffy?
of Paris. And do you think it's soft like taffy?
Yeah.
Got gummy bones.
I certainly do. I'm hoping when I go, they just think it's a big bag of wine gums.
Just lads, hook me onto a ceiling fan and just spin me around.
So he says that he's made the guitar out of his uncle's bones. What do you think of this Florida man? Is this a nice way to remember your uncle, or is this Florida man just going too far?
Oh, I think I think this is too far. Like, I get it. He's trying to honour him. Maybe just bury him. Let the man rest.
Or what about instead you leave the bones and even like you have his head, like just the skull, and you bring it on tour with you and you have him on stage so he's always there with you when you're playing metal.
Yeah, what you do, you fucking get your tour bus, put his skull right on the front of that. He leads the tour.
Yes, and he's the king and you are the prince.
Fuck it, yeah. The king is dead, long live the prince.
Oh my god, how has this man not done this? I'd start again. Redo the whole thing.
I'd kill him again, yeah.
Just like, my one wish, let's bring Phil back. He comes back, I'm alive. Phil, it's not looking good for you. I need to rethink my strategy here. I'm after I get the better offer.
Me and Mam aren't on good terms anymore.
She says it's apparently weird or whatever what I did to your body, but I thought it was funny.
I thought, and these are my own words, it was class.
So, Shaun, we're going to move on from Florida man doing that to another Florida man. And I have Florida man with scuba goggles and suit charged with DUI after crash.
What? Wait, was it an underwater crash?
No, it was on the road.
On the road, but he was in...
Yeah, it was on the road.
But in scuba goggles and a wetsuit.
Yes.
Okay, explain some of this to me, please.
A North Carolina man was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence in southwest Florida on Saturday after deputies found him walking near a crash with scuba goggles and a scuba hood up over his head.
Okay. Bit weird. Are they near a large body of water at all?
Florida is. He's in Florida. That's pretty much as south down in America as you can go.
That's true, but is it like... Florida's not all coast, like. If he's outside of Disneyland in this ghetto, that's a bit strange.
I think anywhere other than the sea where you have scuba goggles and a suit on is too far inland.
That's yeah. When it starts being weird that you're wearing a scuba suit,
it starts being weird. I think the minute you leave the beach.
Yeah, I agree. And so I think, why was he wearing it? Was it protection against COVID?
So this man, by the way, is John Clayton Caggy, and he's 28, but he's from possibly the coolest name place we've ever had here.
Shaun's house?
No, he's called Kill Devil Hills, is where he's from.
That is way cooler than my house.
The Kill Devil Hills. And so he was arrested on charges of DUI alcohol or drugs and DUI damage to property, according to the sheriff's office. According to the deputies, Caggy was detained after crashing his vehicle in Punta Gorda. Deputies observed Caggy walking near the crash site with scuba goggles and a scuba hood up over his head. Authorities had seen a scuba suit and what appeared to be twisted tea cans in the car, which was abandoned with its airbags deployed. So what happened was the car crashes and he just gets out of the car and just starts walking with his scuba hood up and his scuba outfit on. I don't know if he has the flippers on.
I was thinking the flippers would slow him down, if anything.
It'd be very hard to find the braking point on the clutch with flippers on.
It really limits your mobility there.
Yeah, you'd be trying to press the accelerator, but your toes are up like on top of the desk, or like they're just at your head.
Yeah, not an ideal driving scenario, but if it works, it works.
So he crashes the car, and they catch him walking away. So when they look inside the car, they see the rest of the scuba suit, so the bottoms and the flippers, and what appeared to be twisted tea cans, which I don't know what twisted tea is. I'm assuming it's an alcoholic beverage of some kind from America. Which was abandoned with its airbags deployed as well. So he'd clearly crashed and decided, I'm getting out of here, back to the ocean.
Back to my home. Yeah, so it's how far was he willing to walk, do you think, in that get-up?
I mean, as far as it took him back to his home.
Back to Kill whatever place.
Kill Devil Hills.
Kill Devil
Atlantis.
Hills, or Atlantis.
So, Caggy's blood alcohol level was reported to be 0.180%, according to the sheriff's office. Drivers in Florida are considered impaired if their level is higher than 0.008%.
Oh dear.
So, he was 172% higher than he was meant to be.
It's not looking good for our hero, I'll be honest.
When questioned as to why he had the scuba suit, he stated that he heard that there would be bad weather this week and wanted to be prepared for anything that came his way.
And a tsunami being one of them.
But even in a tsunami, if he doesn't have the flippers on, he doesn't have an oxygen tank. I don't know if it's going to do him any good.
No, but he's got his goggles. The goggles, they do nothing, Connor.
I think that's what he was going to have to find out the hard way. He then proceeded to keep trying to walk away from the officers to the beach as the officers attempted to question him until he was finally put in handcuffs. So they keep trying to put him in handcuffs and he just keeps being like, no, I got to make it to the beach, lads. I'm going to the beach. Turf. And once we get back into the ocean, you have no fucking leverage. You've got nothing on me. I'm in international waters.
Yeah, I can't be stopped when I'm in the ocean. That's the rule.
Now, unfortunately, I had to go to the grocery store to pick up some packages. So now we're all stuck here, and I had 1 or 2 gallons of beer before I left. So what?
But it's mixed with tea, so it's fine.
It's mixed with tea. What is twisted tea, Shaun, if you want to do a googs?
Do a quick googs here. Twisted tea. Oh, first suggestion was twisted tea memes, so that's what we're working with.
That's good. We're Irish. I'm sorry, we don't know what beer is.
Twisted tea. It's a hard iced tea. Right. Give me a percentage here. 5% in tea.
It's not tea, is it?
It's not tea. It's mainly beer, I think.
So he's drinking that. And they found many cans of that in the car as he's driving in his wetsuit, which he says he had on because there was going to be bad weather, Shaun.
Well, look, I'm all about being prepared. But there's a difference between a good winter/spring jacket and a wetsuit.
I think that level of preparation we can only dream of. I feel like he's prepared for anything.
Oh yeah, he's raring to go. But should he be?
No, that's probably a good point. Okay, so we're going to have to move on to our next Florida Man. This is like Florida Man's Week. This is a Florida Man exclusive episode of Weird News.
It's one after another this week. It's mental.
Yeah, it was mad. The more I looked at it, I was like, all of these are in Florida, which means this is a Florida Man Week. We never get one of these anymore. So, man steals rings from one Florida girlfriend to propose to his other girlfriend, deputies say.
Oh no, not at Valentine's time.
Florida man! So the county deputies are looking for a man who gave both women he was dating a fake name, stole from them, and took rings from one of his girlfriends to propose to his other girlfriend.
And did she say yes?
So, the triangle began to unravel earlier on when an Orange City woman realised her boyfriend was engaged to another woman who lives in Orlando. The Orange City girlfriend looked through the fiancé's Facebook page and saw she was wearing her wedding band and engagement ring from a prior marriage. The Orange City woman checked her jewellery box and discovered her old wedding rings were missing, along with several other pieces of jewellery and a diamond ring, according to the report. Debbie said, all in all, nearly $6,000 worth of jewellery was stolen from one girlfriend and given to the other girlfriend.
Jesus. I mean, great news for that other girlfriend.
The other girlfriend's rolling in it. It's absolutely laughing.
It's making it rain in terms of jewellery, but the poor person that it belongs to.
The Orlando fiancé also said Davis had fooled her. One day he took her to the Orange City girlfriend's home while that woman was at work and claimed that the house was his and he wanted her to move in with him into that house, which I feel is calling the double bluff almost extremely close to the wire.
Oh, like, you have to be full sure of the answer on that one. Because that goes beyond...
I don't really want to.
It goes beyond taking a risk. That's just fucking stupid.
I wouldn't normally include Florida Man doing these things, but it is Valentine's time, and I just thought a bit of romance. This is how Florida Man shows his romantic side.
That's it. We love love here on the podcast.
We love love. And Florida Man loves jewellery. And look, we've all been there. You've got a fiancé in one state and you've got a girlfriend in another area and you're like, how do I keep fueling? I'm not going to buy 2 rounds of jewellery. I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm obviously going to buy them for one, wait a few weeks, steal it. Well, not steal it. I'm taking it back. And then give it to the other one.
And then she'll lose it. And then we just go into this whole cycle.
And then I'll go back to the previous one and be like, look what I found. You thought you lost it. Brownie points. Already in there again. Until she loses it again. And then I go back to the other one, vice versa, until eventually I just, possibly die of exhaustion or get murdered by one of them.
That's it. And then, see if you can follow me here, I faked my death.
Because I was dating a third woman. And I was hardly going to buy 3 rounds of jewellery, officer. I'm not an idiot.
Give me some credit.
Come on. So the fiancé, as she said, she had fooled her. So the fiancé packed up her apartment apparently and was going to actually move to the house at one stage. So she called his bluff and she's like, okay, I'll move in with you. And she started about to pack her... And just really quickly, can I make some calls? So she starts disassembling her furniture, but before she could move, Davis told her the deal on the house had fallen through.
Convenient, I would say.
Yeah, no, you know how it is. I mean, I told you I owned that house, but in fact, I was buying it. So
it was a done deal.
Have it.
It was so sure it was going to happen.
But then I told them you were coming, and now they said they don't sell to women. I'm as mad as you are. I think that is ridiculously sexist.
That's it. I think while these problems still exist in our society, we shouldn't live together.
I refuse to let these people have my money. If these have that kind of Neanderthal thoughts, if you ask me.
Neander thoughts, if you will. See what I did there, honey?
She's like, just go get me another fucking ring. Fucking so the woman who met Davis on OkCupid teamed up and went to detectives to provide photos in hopes of learning his true identity. He had told her, by the way, that his name was Marcus Brown, and he had told his other fiancé his name was Joe Brown. So he didn't even have the same first name, which I think is a much harder lie to believe rather than be like Marcus Brown and then Joe White or Joe Green.
Yeah, but like I think any of this would be very hard to keep up because you would just respond to different names all the time. Because presumably he has a real name as well.
His real name is Joseph L. Davis.
Like, just call yourself... Just be Joseph or Joe to different people.
So, he's called Joseph. He goes by Joe Brown and Marcus Brown, whichever woman he's with. He's dating both simultaneously. Valentine's Day is coming up. And so, of course he has to rob from one to give to the other. And then he gets found out, and almost immediately it all unravels very quickly.
As is often the case with lies, Connor. If you can take anything from this episode, don't do a lie.
Don't be lying. I think one is enough. I think no matter where you are in life, who you're interested in, one human should be probably enough.
That's it. Or no human. Like, that's fine as well, if that's the way you're... Or if you've agreed with the... Sorry, if you've agreed with the other human that there can be other humans, that's fine. But everyone needs to be on the same page.
But you need to have that conversation. Because if one thinks it's okay to have 7, and the other one's like, I'm okay with 1, there's a difference.
Look, we've all done maths before, and 7 is more than 1.
This is our Valentine's episode where we give you love advice.
Call into the love doctors.
Imagine if our only advice was, sorry, I'm just having really bad trouble with my marriage. I feel like it's falling apart. How many wives do you have? I have 1. That's enough. You're absolutely fine, lad. You're on the way. You're on the right track. Don't worry. And how many do you think she wants? 1. Even fucking better. You're flying it now.
You're fucking set, aren't you? Why are you here?
You're
right
you should
around
be teaching
the corner.
this
class.
We bring him in immediately as the third host.
I just think that's how we meet.
So Florida man, that's how he celebrates Valentine's Day, Shaun. It's somehow he makes that holiday just immensely worse, and a holiday that should be full of happiness and love is immediately made Florida.
And isn't it beautiful? Doesn't it ground us all?
Because we're finishing this week, Shaun, though, we have to finish on the Florida Man episode of Weird News. Because Florida Man arrested after botched golf cart heist in Fort Myers.
Beautiful. I can already see the setup. It's not a fast getaway.
A Lee County man is behind bars after attempting to steal a golf cart in a Fort Myers RV park and then taking deputies for a swim in a nearby canal.
Why do they always try and escape into canals?
I think water's the worst way to escape.
Yeah, because they're just going to follow you slowly and eventually catch up.
Like, even if you said, like, if you were in a land or a piece of water inland, there's no way you're getting away. But even if you jump into the ocean, you're like, I'm going to swim across the Atlantic, fair fucks to you, but they're not going to catch you, but you're also definitely going to die.
Oh, absolutely. You are going to be swept out to sea and never be seen again.
So Jeremy Rogers, 28, was at the Sun and Fun RV park off of Palm Beach Boulevard Tuesday night when he tried stealing a resident's golf cart, but he couldn't find the exit to the park after getting into the cart.
Oh, it's like a maze.
How did he get in? Is the real question.
Look, which came first, the Florida man or the golf cart? He was born there.
He must have entered through a gate and then thought, I'll steal a golf cart, and then immediately after getting into the golf cart thinking, I have no idea how to leave these premises.
I am stuck here and I'm just... Now I've stolen a golf cart and have nowhere to go.
Why did I drive into the maze? Oh no!
Who built a hedge maze here?
In the car park? It just seems illogical. I don't understand it.
It's weird, I'll grant you, but we're here now, so we may as well get over it.
So after being confronted by the golf cart's owners, which implies to me that he's driving at such a slow pace that the golf cart owner is walking alongside him.
Yeah, because I think they only get up to like 10 miles an hour or something like that. I don't know. So,
deputies arrived and Rogers made a run for it, which I feel, if you're in an automobile theft and at some point you think running will be faster, you've stolen the wrong vehicle.
Yes, like when the alternative is probably the way you got up to the vehicle to steal it, then it's not the best getaway.
No. And so he makes a run for it because the deputies arrive, Shaun, and he immediately thinks, a better plan. I don't need to leave through the front gate because I don't know if that even exists anymore. It only exists one day a year, December 21st. The light hits it the right way and you can see it. But every other time, it's only just it's a mirage, right?
Yeah, and very good reference to the solstice there, Connor.
Yes! So... You don't get too many mentions of solstice and weird things.
Don't you know, but when you do, they're fucking good.
So, he decides, instead of going for the gate, the Hydro, I should say, is his best bet. Maybe Hydra. But Florida man decides water. He's a great swimmer. He's definitely going to get away if he jumps into that lake. There's no way they could surround the lake very easily.
No, a lake is the largest body of water possible, as I'm sure you know.
So he immediately decides to jump into a canal under... And this is why this story's here, Shaun. For these two people's names, and that is it. So, these people's second name is Klaus. Right?
Yeah.
Or Klaus. C-L-A-U-S-S.
C-L-A-U-S-S. Okay.
Claus. Sandy Claus.
Fuck off.
Lives in the...
No. Don't lie to me like this.
So he jumps into the canal under Sandy Claus's house. Under her boat. We're sitting right there. It's all taking place right behind our window, said Sandy Claus, whose husband is Archie Claus.
Sandy and Archie Claus. My God.
You didn't think the winter solstice gets mentioned for a reason, Shaun? Because this is this time of year these two arrive.
That's true. Now we're on their turf.
Do you feel like if you had a child and your second name was Klaus, would you call your daughter Sandy?
No, I'd call them Lost.
That just reminds you of your parents, doesn't it?
I don't. Yes. My original first name was Very.
Which, I mean, that's just a ridiculously fun concept of an idiotic joke.
Thanks, appreciate it.
The suspect didn't stay under the boat long after he was discovered by the deputies almost immediately because Santa Claus, she knew when he was sleeping and knew when he was awake.
And knew he was very naughty.
Yeah. Rogers sprung out of the canal and ran towards a different canal.
He felt safe in the canals. No one's quite sure why.
So he's like, this canal thing isn't working. I better leave. And he gets out of one canal. And he's like, I'm on the way now. I'm getting away. This is the perfect getaway. I'm running. They're never going to be able to catch me. Oh, look, another piece of water. I'll leap into that. They'll never find me.
They won't expect this.
They won't expect me to drown twice. So he runs towards a different canal nearby that would lead him out of the park. He is said to have repeatedly shouted, "You'll never catch me," at the officers, and kept repeating the phrase, "Quick as the wind, quick as the wind."
Just trying to, big himself up a little bit.
You'll never catch me, officers, I'm quick as the wind. So I just like that he gets out of the canal. In my mind, he springs out of the canal, and when he starts running, the officers are like on their radio, like he's got into the canal. And he immediately sprints past them, and all they hear is, "Quick as the wind." Like, fucking hell, he went so fast.
Jeez, he is quick as the wind.
Oh my, we'll never catch him, lads. Better go home. There's nothing for us here, boys.
We're beaten. We know enough to admit when we're beaten.
And he does say, "You'll never catch me," so he is trying to tell them straight out what they're facing. He doesn't
want to waste these men's time.
Yeah. Officers, I don't want to waste your time, because you know I'm quick as the wind. And you know I swim like an absolute demon. And you don't want to get involved in this.
Look, I'm quick as the wind. That's why I was stealing a golf cart earlier.
So that's when former Marine and seasonal RV park resident Raymond Martin jumped in.
Not Ray.
Not Big Ray, the former Marine.
He's a man with two first names, Connor.
Yeah, that's how you know he's dangerous. I came outside just in time to see the policeman and the dog running from the canal, heading this way, Martin said. Martin began following the suspect, as Martin has no fear, and the deputy and the dog into the canal. The policeman and the dog was latching onto this guy. I grabbed the guy and held him, Martin said, and they backed away.
Held him under the water until he stopped
In my
moving.
head, Raymond is 6'7", and he's built like a brick shithouse, and he just strolls in. He's like, he looks like Andrew the Giant. He's like, what is the issue?
How do I fix this?
All I heard, so Raymond jumps in and he grabs Florida Man, and all I heard was him shouting out how 3 was no fair and to take him on one at a time.
Just run the gauntlet. Some kind of a Royal Rumble scenario.
All he wanted was a bit of honour. If you're going to catch him, at least have fucking honour to take him on one by one. Don't call in Andre the Giant and then attack me with a dog and you come at me as well. This isn't like 3-on-1. I want 1v1, start with the dog, and I'll work my way up.
Yeah, give me a fair fight. I think he'd lose to the dog, though.
Oh, I think absolutely. He's soaking at this stage. And I know he's quick as the wind. And he does tell he will never catch him, but I think that dog is faster than them.
That's it, and it is winter, so he's wearing all those heavy clothes. So that's all wet now.
And Santa Claus, she's just there. She's just involved. I think this is where Santa hides out for the rest of the year.
In Florida?
Yeah.
I think that tracks, because, that's...
What? Yeah, well, Santa Claus, nicest man we've ever met. Florida, that'd be the last place you'd expect him to go.
You think he wouldn't be able to enter the place, but... clearly he's able to every December 25th. So I think that's probably the last stop he makes. And then he just parks the sleigh in behind an alligator or something.
Rogers was arrested on the slew of charges shortly after the altercation in the canal. Unfortunately, they didn't take him on one at a time. They were 3-on-1 and he immediately lost, which I feel was unfair to him. But he got arrested and they'd like to see him stay behind bars for as long as possible. And then they went back to Big Ray, the former Marine, and he said, "Don't do the crime if you can't pay the time." That's not that phrase.
No, you messed that up a bit, Ray, but no one's going to question you on it.
They're definitely not going to quote me in the newspaper saying it wrong. They'll definitely edit it, surely.
Ray now has a next target.
He's going to take down media.
Just in general, just media is coming down.
Like a vague sense of media. Once raised, he's like a homing missile. He just takes a big thing and he just blows it up.
So, Connor, are we media? Because I feel we might be in danger in that case.
I don't think we're qualified as media. We have to have intelligent opinions for that.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yes. We've been flying under that radar for too long.
That's too many Florida man stories in 1 week. I hope Florida is still okay.
I think what'll happen is next week Florida man will take a week off.
Yeah, because they're all in jail now.
They're all the ones that were going to cause hassle next week are all in jail. So maybe the rest of the world can catch up. It was just a quiet week for the rest of the world. All the weirdness seemed to centre in Florida.
And look, that's the, monkey's paw type wish that Florida made, is that all of the mental shit happens there so it doesn't infect the rest of the world. Exactly.
Shaun, would you like to take us out?
Yes, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We will be back on Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. Big thanks goes out to all of our patrons over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link to that in the description if you want. Special shout outs. Oh, also just to preface it, by the way, any name that anyone puts in, I will read out. So it gets harder and harder every week. By law, this is a contract I signed. So every week it gets harder, so I'm going to do my best to get through all of this. I used to be able to do this in one breath, and now I'm panting by the end of it.
But to be fair, that seems to be a good sign that people are very, very kind and they're supporting us over on the Patreon. And also, I think people just like to hear their name getting called out.
That's true, Connor Lawler. How did that feel?
Hey, that's me! Yes!
So, big thank you goes out to Waffles Williams, Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Raymond, DeezNutz Ging, Roisin Hally, Ryan Evanson, Shaun, Sphere for a Head Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah, Florida Gal Green, Anna, Aspiring Sharkfoot Hjelmroos, fuck's sake. Richard got me again. Lil Dicky called the 1-800 number to vote if he survives McGrew. And Luke Hot Off Podcast.
Oh, I should say Waffles told us to change his name to Waffles Insert Something Funny Here Williams.
Waffles Insert Something Funny Here Williams. That's going on the Google Doc right now.
So that is all of our lovely, lovely patrons who every single month they can either just give $2 and they get their name shouted out in the show or in the description, and if they give $5 they get all these whole host of extra movie reviews. If you want to head over there,
movie reviews.
We don't just talk weird news, we talk movies stuff too.
My God, you like stuff, right?
I like stuff. Do you like stuff?
I'm indifferent to it, honestly.
Yeah, Bev, that's fair enough.
But also in the description there is all of our social media links if you guys want to check those out, and link to the email address here'sforhire_@outlook.com. Also check out the merch store if you want some Here's for Hire merch. But other than that,
50% off at the minute.
What? That's ridiculous.
50% off at the minute. Yeah, it's another deal.
Another deal. I love a deal. But other than that, the best way to support the show is by telling one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Connor Lawler.
I have been Shaun Meehan.
And we'll see you next week, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.